Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Welcome aboard. Thanks for watching on YouTube TV, listening on Sirius XM channel 158, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, or any of our great affiliates across the country. Day number one of the Masters. A bunch of golfers still on the course, and they have a lot of golf to play yet today. Scottie Scheffler moments ago came up short for his putt for par, so he dropped one, gave one back. He is now in seventh place. He's at 2 under, Pauly, through 11 year leaders, and they are in the clubhouse. Congrats to those of you who bet Sam Burns to be the first round leader. Well, thinking that this is going to stay. Don't want to jinx anything for you.
Whoa.
But hoping it stays for people who bet it. He's at 5 under, along with the defending reigning champion at the Masters, Rory McIlroy, who nobody made the case for this week, right? Nobody wants to bet on that defending champ because it hasn't been defended since Tiger Woods back in his prime. So they each have a 2-stroke lead right now over Kurt Kitayama, Jason Day, and Patrick Reed in the clubhouse. Justin Rose still at 3 under through 12. He hasn't really picked up a shot now in a good hour the way it feels. One of your outrights was Patrick Reed, 42-1. Were you...
They had an eagle early? Yeah.
All your boys in Dallas all over him as well? What were the text
Love
messages like today when he's off
Everyone
to a
was
blazing hot
excited.
start?
Yeah, everyone was excited.
Good form here. Was in good form a good month ago.
I thought it would continue, but okay, we got in there 3 under. Good job. I referenced Ernie Els earlier in the implosions we've seen today. He missed 6 putts from just 3 feet away. He had a 10 on the first hole years ago. But Reed, good start. But Tia had a good start and then gave some back, and boom, just quadruple bogeyed.
That's the bad news for those of you who bet on him to make the cut. For example, he quadrupled number 15, and then on the par 3, number 16, he put it into the drink.
Oh, no.
So he went from, boy, this can escalate quickly. He was 2 under through the entire tournament through 14, just cruising along. And then, oops, look at here. He's going to give back at least 5, if not 6 or more shots in a 2-hole span. And then the free fall is going to continue on this hole the way it appears. No good there. But Patrick Reed, again, has won this event, has a great history here. He was in great form earlier this year, and he talked about being in that form entering the Masters this year.
Yeah, I just feel like with how deep golf has been, especially this past year to 2 years, that the fields are obviously getting a lot stronger. I feel like the field this week is really strong, like always. But I feel like it used to be 5 or 6, maybe 7 guys, and I definitely feel like this year you have like 10 to 12 guys that have a real legitimate opportunity to win the green jacket, and it just makes this event a little bit more special and even more fun going out there and playing against the best.
That's Patrick Reed. Who was a nice 3-1 price to finish top 10.
There was an article on ESPN.com making the case 15 guys could win it.
Yeah.
Taking a step further. I think they're right. And it's a pretty cool leaderboard thus far.
Doesn't appear as if it's Bobby Mack's week either, because he just had another bad shot, and he is at 3 over for the day. Bad start for Robert McIntyre, and a guy who was the most popular, boy, don't you hate this, like popular dogs in the NFL, fishy lines. Like, how is it getting this far? So, yes, I did bet Jon Rahm. That was back a while ago when he was scorching hot on the LIV Tour. I think I bet him in late February or middle February at 18-1. So, great number overall because he closed around 9 or 10-1 at some of these places. Number 2 on the board behind Scottie Scheffler overall. And I was super excited to watch the start that he was going to get off to. Not great. He is at 4 over through 12, and he has been struggling the entire day. Augusta is showing its teeth this week to Jon Rahm, and today at least, and careful for what you wish for, big guy, because he told the media he was hoping for it to be difficult this week.
Well, the golf course, they've had such good weather, a little bit of lucky rain when needed. It's in such good shape. And with how much control they have over the economy here, they can do whatever they want. So they can make it as firm and as difficult as they want, as soft and as easy as they want. Now, most likely they're going to go with firm and difficult, but they're really good at managing the pace of the tournament to where somehow somebody is between 10 and 13 under the last few years. They're really good at that. I kind of hope they let it go a little bit in the other way and make it difficult, right? It's in such good shape and so healthy that they could make it one of those Masters where the winner is 6, 7 under and it's perfect weather. So,
well, would no birdies through 12 be difficult enough for him so far? Now, again, that old adage about you can't win the Masters on Thursday, but you can certainly lose it. Has he lost it already? He's 9 strokes off the lead.
Yeah. Just trying to make the cut right now.
Well,
he's not the only one. DeChambeau, same score.
He honestly needs the course to be very difficult tomorrow and hope that he's the guy to go 4 or 5 under. And he doesn't want the leaders to obviously open up a lead.
Well, I hope he's right. I'd like to see the winning score be 6, 7, or 8 under.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But that's what he has to hope for tomorrow. And then he has to have the day tomorrow and then kind of get back around even, or maybe if he can put together like 1 under through 2 days and then be there on the weekend as well. Because if it starts to open up a little bit and other guys are just going to zoom right by him and he can't catch up, then forget about it. I mean, the cut's going to be a question for him at this point.
Yep.
And making it.
Yep. Double bogey for couples.
So he's at 4 over now?
That's brutal. He almost got in there. 4 over. He's on 17.
All right.
Bubba Watson, 4 over. 4 over. Reek from Game of Thrones, Willett, 4 over. Berger, 3 over. Zach Johnson, 3 over. Hovland, 3 over. Connors, 2 over. Fitz, 2 over. So is Cam Smith.
How about the start for Cam Young, by the way? He got to 4 over immediately.
Yeah.
That was another guy. Super popular, dropped all the way down to 19 or 20 to 1. Everybody making the case for him seemingly, and then just completely, fell apart to begin the course. However, he did pick it up, and he's at 1 over for the tournament now. So good job by him. Tip of the cap for actually gathering himself and, putting it back together like that. Here's a guy we haven't even talked about yet. Great course history. Has won here before. Jordan Spieth is at 2 under through 12. He's at 19 to 1 to win it outright right now. He's plus 104 to go top 10. And he was a pretty nice number to win this thing before it started. And a guy that not a lot of people made the case for again this week.
That's true.
And you hear
Reed is 17 to 1 at DraftKings. Rose is 14 to 1. Days 23, Fleetwood 25. Lowry was up there too for a while.
He was.
He came back. He's still 2 under. He's 36 to 1. And he is still, all these guys except Reed are plus money to finish top 10.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a guy that I did not bet for the tournament, and I haven't bet him too many times in my life. It's a guy, you like him. It's Fairway Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
He got to 3 under, and it looked like he was going to be on pace to be right there with Reed and the others to finish maybe close to the lead today after round 1, and kind of gave a couple of back. He's at 1 under through 18. Sergio's 1 under right now through that's through 14. Prior champion.
And Adam Scott got out of there.
He did.
Somehow he put in the drink, but he's 1 under on 18, so he survived, tied for 13th. He's just on the he's in the beach on 18 now. Okay. But in any event, that was a good job getting out of there and being able to scramble. And it wasn't a catastrophe for him. Good job.
Koepka's at 1 over right now through 12.
I gave 2 back. Okay. He was 1 under.
He was 1 under?
Yeah, that's too bad.
All right. So I said a little earlier, I kind of want, if the day closes like this, but now his number keeps dropping, the guy that I would look at to maybe add would be Xander Schauffele. He was 13 to 1 when I brought that up in the first hour. He's now at plus 1150, as not a lot of guys are putting it together here in the afternoon round anyway. And he's right there. He's a couple of strokes off the lead. He's 2 under for the first day. And again, his history here to finish top 10, top 20, to be there at the very end. Plus 148 right out to finish top 5. But what was he earlier when I said that? Wasn't he plus 104 to finish top 10 still? I think when I brought that up, now it's minus 168 to finish top 10. Probably should have bet him back when he was plus money still.
Okay.
Well, I think we're all lucky who did not bet Scotty Scheffler that he's not running away with this thing, because it appeared like he could have done that today.
That's right.
But came back a little bit. And here's another guy, too. Ludwig immediately shot to 3 under.
He did.
And you're like, okay, well, maybe this guy's history here in 2 different years, last year and the year before, where he finished as high as he did, maybe this is finally the year that he actually puts it together for a full 4 rounds, and he's there at the very end, and then just gave it back immediately before he could kind of blink.
What did you do with Goddard up?
I have him outright.
Outright, okay.
Where is he at right now?
He's even through 13.
Yeah.
They've showed him a couple times.
He got to 1 right away. 1 under, that is, but some of these other guys, too. Look at this now. DeChambeau's 125 to 1 to win this thing. Max Homa, who eagled immediately today.
Yes.
Gave those back. He's at even par. He's 200 to 1 to win right now. And looking for a number on Rahm. Oh, man. John Rahm is 290 to 1 to win. He is... Oh, man. Maybe I'll have to add a little bit of this. Banking on him getting back into it tomorrow.
No.
He's plus 810 to finish top 10.
6 over? No.
Oh, did he just move to
6 over?
Oh, he
He's
gave
6 over.
He
now.
gave 2 more up. Okay.
Yes. He's on. Yeah. What do you have?
I had 4.
I got him 6 over on 14.
Well, then he just gave away 2.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's it. Come on now.
And
He's in 79th place. I mean, this is...
He just doubled 13. I hope it goes the other way, he says. I hope it's very difficult.
Right.
Oh, I take back what I just said then. Another guy, by the way, is Min-Woo Lee. He was like 35 to 1. He's 5 over right now, and he's got, what does he have, a couple holes left?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's through 16. But John Rahm doesn't even have a birdie yet today. Let's follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. We'll talk basketball coming up. Important games on the slate as both teams need to win.
Breaking news, too.
Yeah, no kidding. And at least a couple of matchups, and I don't think this team wants to drop to the 9 seed.
So you're listening to this podcast because you want an edge. But what if I told you you're only halfway there? You've got the mindset. Now it's time to get the toolkit to match. Here's the thing. Pro bettors spend thousands on data and tools, but what they don't want you to know is you can get the same edge for a fraction of the cost with VSiN Pro. With VSiN Pro, you get access to expert picks, public betting data, prop projections, powerful tools, analytics, and more. Tap the link in the description and see why thousands of bettors are already using VSiN Pro to cash more bets.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Some very important games tonight in the association. This is the breaking news Pauly referenced before the break, and it's with Philadelphia 76ers star center Joel Embiid. Shams tweeted this out an hour ago, diagnosed with an appendicitis and will undergo surgery this afternoon in Houston. The Rockets went from a 4-point favorite in this game, thereabouts, to 6. Totals around 227. If all goes right, typical recovery time is about 1 to 3 weeks the way it appears.
Oh, they're good. They're probably in the play-in. They play next week, early next week. Not good, Bob.
Yeah.
But they closed with 2 easy teams. They figure to lose tonight. Houston's hot, 7 in a row. But you close with Indiana and Milwaukee. But this is just a mess in the East. Atlanta and Toronto, 35 losses. Orlando and Philly, 36 losses. Your Charlotte team, 37 losses.
Now, did you say that they figured to lose tonight, meaning Philadelphia here, just because of the Embiid news, or did you think they were going to lose the game anyway?
Well, I think it would have been a tough matchup anyways.
Uh-huh.
But, Houston's playing so well, but I also question Houston's motive. Like, does Houston really, do they need to go crazy and get the 4 seed? I mean, is it a big difference? Oh, my God, we have to go to L.A., and they're without 2 of their 3 best players. What are we going to do? Oh, my God, we can't have that. You know what I'm saying?
I would say no. Like, how much would the series price actually change if they had home court?
That's what I'm saying.
If they did it.
It's not a big deal. And certainly this has really worked out for OKC. That I know Houston has won 7 in a row, but a lot, like 2 weeks ago, teams were saying this is the team we want to play. That bad chemistry, awful offense down the stretch. Maybe don't like the coach, the Durant burner stuff, what happened at the All-Star break. So OKC's going to get the winner of L.A. Houston in the second round, which shouldn't be a problem. But I would think Houston, with the good vibes and good mojo right now and punishing Phoenix on Tuesday, not the best spot, but I think they win. And again, Philly loses and then wins their next 2, and then we'll see how it plays out. Mm-hmm. Likely in the play-in, but I don't know what's going to happen around them. Because certainly I thought Atlanta was going to win last night, had an 8-point lead at the half, and then I don't know what that was in the third quarter.
That was the definition. That's the NBA personified last night in that game.
They outscored 44-20 in the third quarter.
And then they came roaring back and cut it down to 2.
Yeah.
Had a chance to win the game late.
Well, and then the other thing is props, and then who scores for Philly tonight? You know, you're taking 30 points a game off the floor, and Maxi's been good. And if you want to look at some other guys, and Paul George has played well
for sure
since his suspension. So there's other ways to look. And I will point out, Makinen's all over this. 10 of the last 11 games between these teams have gone over. That is strong. 11 of the last 13 Laker-Warrior meetings have gone over. You got to read him every day, vsin.com. Bulls-Wizards, 12 of the last 14 have gone under.
There is no Steph Curry tonight, by the way.
Yeah, what do you do with that game? There's no Curry. There's no Horford. There's no Porzingis. There's no Moody. And I still think they can go over just because the Lakers are so bad defensively, but the Lakers can still score. And you got Kennard. You got Hachimura, Ayton, LeBron.
Trust LeBron here?
LeBron's been good.
I'm saying, trust him enough to, put together... Oh, Justin Rose with a birdie at 13.
Oh, boy.
He's 4 under, 1 stroke off the lead. Okay, so, LeBron triple-double again? Or does he not have the horses to go with him here in the game?
He does. No, he does.
The other guys?
Yeah, he can set those guys up.
Points and rebounds specifically?
I mean, in that Dallas game, Hayes went crazy.
Yeah.
It was just, the defense. They were down 20 points in that game, but the offense wasn't the problem. That was the crazy game where Kennard had a triple-double. I mean, that guy somehow had 15 boards in a game.
Right. Would you look at laddering LeBron any which way? Ladder the assists maybe? I don't want to ladder the points because it's going to be too high of a number. The other numbers I think are probably going to be low enough to be manageable to where he can get everybody else involved. And then if he does go for 8, 10, maybe 11, 12 assists, then those ladders are going to pay off quite handsomely. That might be one approach to it tonight.
He's 5-1 only. Triple-double.
Yeah. Well, he was
7 last week.
When Whalen gave that out, he was 7.
Yeah. But certainly you're down Luka and Reeves, so a lot more opportunities for him. Did they win the game? This is a good test to see where they're at.
Okay, so...
Because they were embarrassed in their last 2 games. Again, Redick got into it with a player. It was Vanderbilt. Said nothing to see here.
Yeah,
but now you play Phoenix tomorrow, and then you close Sunday with Utah at home. And they're going to win that game. You're going into the playoffs soon here. I want to see at least that you look like you can at least put up a fight once the playoffs start. They haven't done that lately.
Well, it feels like with all the bodies that Golden State will be without tonight, the Lakers on the money line feels like at least worth something in this game. Are we positive that Golden State should be favored in the game?
No, that's fair.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah.
Again, I get it with no Reeves, no Luka, obviously, but you just ran down the entire list of guys who are not playing for the Warriors as well.
Well, why I look to the over, though, too, is what they've done in the last couple of games. OKC could have dropped 140 on them if they wanted to, and Dallas did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dallas blasted them and got whatever they wanted. This is interesting. Boston's magic number to clinch the division's 1. Mm-hmm. They take on the Knicks. The Knicks open 1.5. They're up to 5.5. No Jaylen Brown. And last check, a ton of guys were questionable for the Celtics. Tatum will play. He's playing tonight. He won't play tomorrow. And I think it's fair to note, and a good job by him, that he's playing tonight to exorcise the demons because it was he said, traumatic experience the last time he was here.
Well, the last time, sure, that was against this team, so I get him wanting to play in the game. It makes sense to me.
And get those bad vibes and those bad feelings out that, last thing you know, the guy was in the hospital getting the surgery after the Achilles. So they figure to lose tonight, and I don't know how this could play out with the Knicks and the Cavs. The Knicks have a tough schedule, and now the Cavs off the win. And we'll talk to Tony Rizzo coming up about how they're going to play it. They go to Atlanta tomorrow, and then they close with the Wizards. So it looks like Detroit the 1, Boston the 2, the Knicks the 3, Cleveland the 4. And it's all this stuff is up in the air.
Say that again?
In the
1
East.
through 4?
Detroit.
Yeah, I know.
Boston, the Knicks, the Cavs.
Yeah. Okay, so is that the best path, you think, for the Knicks?
I'd rather be the 4.
You'd rather have the Pistons in the second round?
Yes.
Even though you've done much better against Boston than you have against Detroit.
Yeah. I respect Detroit, but I think Boston's better.
Well, I'm talking about just an overall matchup problem. The Knicks are evidently a very good matchup for the Celtics.
I also think that was a fluke last year.
I'm sorry, let me rephrase. It appears to be a good matchup for the Knicks against the Celtics. It does not appear to be a very good matchup for the Knicks when they take on the Pistons at all.
Mm-hmm. It didn't go well this year, right.
So I'd be careful there.
Yeah.
I would be. And they can, I don't know, maybe the Celtics, this could be another one too. They win the game, and then that's it. They clinch the 2, they clinch the division. Everything's taken care of tonight in this game.
Yeah. What do you want to do with Toronto and Miami?
Well, this is another one.
It's a baseball series.
But both of them have to have this now.
Right. They just played. Toronto boat raced them. I think Miami knows that it's okay. We're the 9 or the 10. We got to take our medicine. And I think Toronto gets whatever they want offensively, just like the last game.
Wouldn't you rather be the 9, though, than the 10?
Well, yeah. But
I think there's something to that.
Yeah. But it's also who you close against, too. And it's just they're just not very good. And I know they have to make a big move in the offseason. As you said yesterday, 4 straight years in the plan. And they have to do something drastic in Chicago. Last 6 years, this is a top 5 market. Last 6 years, 1 playoff win.
That's pretty bad. Again, Billy Donovan could have had North Carolina.
Yeah. But it's interesting, those comments. It sounds like they offered him the job to run the organization. He said no. Because the Reinsdorf said, the new GM's going to have to be on board with Billy Donovan because we're keeping Billy Donovan.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at the live numbers right now updated on the screen in that Lakers and Warriors game. Maybe the guy to attack the points prop would be Guy Santos. Boy, I wish I would have months ago. I'm like, okay, his number's low enough to play that. I played it a couple games in a row and I gave up on it. The guy's been awesome. It's it looks like as low as 11.5 right now with the points tonight. And LeBron's points are, again, they're 25.5 or 26.5. I don't want to ladder that. I would look at going somewhere else with him. And, well, double-double. You know what a double-double is for him tonight? Probably like minus 140 or something. It's got to be somewhat, with all the guys who are going to be missing in this game, it's got to be a low number, I would think.
Double-double on how many guys? Who do you want?
LeBron.
Yeah, $1.45.
Is that okay? Yeah, that's pretty much right on par.
Do you want to attack Riley props? We got a 248.5 total with the Bulls and Wizards.
It's 21.5 tonight.
Yeah.
Can he get to 30?
Yes, he can.
The ladder there.
Should the Bulls be 6? I mean, it's crazy. Buzelis is out. Everyone, Giddey's out, and they're 6.5.
Paul,
the injury report is something. It's something to behold today. Go to NBA Underdog on X and just look at it. Out, questionable, out.
How many names do you think there are on that one tweet alone? 75?
Yeah. On that game alone and on the Golden State side, I know. It's just
nonstop.
Right. I think, it's been unfair what's happened the last couple of weeks with the NBA because every sport's got bad teams. The thing that I hate is what's going on in Washington. You trade for Anthony Davis and Trae Young, and then they don't even play for a month. I mean, come on.
Yeah, Tony Rizzo next, ESPN Cleveland. Cavaliers are sitting as the 4 seed in the East. Do they play this out trying to avoid the Celtics in a possible second-round matchup? We'll ask him coming up here on VSiN.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, so we were just talking about what the Knicks would want to do in terms of getting the 3 or the 4 seed. We have to talk about that with the Cavaliers as well. Winning the game last night, you thought they should have lost that one.
I thought they would. Yeah. Yes, because they play the Wizards Sunday.
That's right. And now they have the Hawks one more time before they play the Wizards. And right now, we go out to the progressive guest line as ESPN Cleveland legend Tony Rizzo joins the program now. What's up, T-Riz? How are you, my man?
Well, with that intro, I'm doing great, Mitchell. How are you?
You know what?
Pauly.
Hey, buddy.
That was a little weak sauce on my part. I'll make it a lot better next time when you come on. My apologies.
Oh, my God, stop. I'm no legend, bud. Believe me. I'm just old.
So how do you think this plays out with the Cavaliers, maybe looking at the next game against the Hawks specifically tomorrow night? And which team would they prefer in the second round if, this is easier said than done, but assuming they win the first round, would they rather play the Pistons or the Celtics in round 2?
Oh, come on. They'd rather play the Pistons all day. Cavs want the 4 seed, and sure enough, the Knicks didn't play well down the stretch, so they didn't help them. Last night, they wanted to let the Hawks know we can beat you when we want to. But I'm guys, that Atlanta team's dangerous. They have nothing to lose, nothing. They're playing with house money. They traded Young away, and they look great. And they're very, very well deformed lately. But Cavs want the 4 seed. Let's see what they do. Donovan Mitchell came out and said something to the effect of, "Hey, we don't want to. We want to win. At some point, if you're going where you want to go, you're going to have to beat the Celtics anyway. But ideally, you wouldn't want to play them in the second round."
Yeah. What if they go out early in the playoffs? They made the Harden trade.
There will be, guys. There's a lot of pressure on Coach Atkinson. Okay, he replaced a guy who couldn't get out of the second round with basically, well, not the same roster, but the same core. Okay, if he doesn't get out of the second round this year, the owner wants to win a championship. And I know people bring up LeBron next year and all that stuff, but Cavs are interested in winning championships. And you saw the move for Harden. I thought that was a gutsy move, man. Mm-hmm. And we'll see if it pays off. And we like James. He's lost a step, sure, but it's an interesting dynamic with him and Donovan Mitchell. But they want to win. So, this is a big, big playoffs for Kenny Atkinson and some players on that team, too.
Mm-hmm. So what you're thinking is tomorrow, maybe even like overnight, tomorrow morning, don't be surprised when you look at the official NBA injury report with the news and all of a sudden like 6-8 guys might have the flu here for the Cavaliers?
Well, the Cavs are dinged. Donovan is a little dinged. Jared Allen's hurt, and that's a really big concern. He is playing hurt, and he's not even close to 100%. The good news is, guys, Mobley is hot. 20 and 10 last 19 games. He's played very well. His overs have cashed, and they're deep. Schroeder, Strus, Ellis. There's some good players on that team. Listen, they're the second. Aren't they the second choice in the East?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they should be, but they've got to prove it. And there's a lot of pressure on this team. Don't forget, who else hadn't been out of the second round of the playoffs? Donovan Mitchell.
Great point.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah. Great point.
Donovan Mitchell is one of the 10 best players in the NBA. It's about time he gets out of the second round, too. So there's a lot of pressure on this.
Oh, yeah. That was embarrassing last year. I mean, you got beaten 5 games by the Pacers and had home court and were big favorites. So what do you think of the LeBron rumors in the news? Do you think he could wind up there? And if you rank it, would he be right there with Golden State? How do you see it?
There's a lot that has to happen for that to happen. And I know the Cavaliers are focused on this year. And they're worried about this year. I heard they're lukewarm to it. I know this, guys. Donovan Mitchell wants to win a title without LeBron. Donovan Mitchell wants to be the next LeBron. I know Dan Gilbert. Dan would love to win a title without LeBron, too. Is it a must? If it works out where he comes back, sure, he could come back. And I'm sure that they'll be high in the odds for that at all the places. But there's a lot that has to happen. And we have to see how this year plays out before we can see anything.
Very good. Take us through what you're hearing with the draft. You're a connected guy. You know everyone in Cleveland.
Draft. Oh, my God. They're giving me odds to the Browns. Browns do a good job of hiding their hand every year. They couldn't do it this year because of what they did in free agency and their needs. They need a left tackle. So there's the dilemma. The best tackles in this draft are right tackles and tackles who are converting to guard. So they're in a tough spot. Number one, guys, the Browns want to trade down. Now they would die, kill. And by the way, if I'm Jerry, I'm going to make the call because I heard he wants defense. Who knows? If Arvell Reese drops to number 6, who knows? I'm sure Jerry would make the call. The Browns have Myles Garrett, and they're building for the future. And they want capital for next year, which everybody thinks is some messiah quarterback draft. So we'll see on that. But I'm hearing O-lineman. They'd love to trade down. If they trade down, they'll probably take Freeling because he's the guy that tested the high. I'm hearing they don't like Tate at 6. And I keep seeing mocks that have him there, and maybe they're trying to okey doke everybody. But he's a guy that didn't test all that well, and they love guys that run fast. Run fast and test well. So I'm thinking O-lineman there. If I had to place a wager, it'd be O-line. And the trade down is certainly the number one thing.
It'd be O-line. Okay. Is there one specific player that you would favor over the others, or just O-line in general?
I don't know. He drafted Jed Wills over Tristan Wirfs 5 years ago.
Yeah,
what the hell do I know?
You know what's interesting about this is that so I've been looking around at a lot of these draft props because it's coming up now. By the way, it's 2 weeks from tonight, which I can't even believe it's coming right around the corner. Anyway, like the Cleveland Browns are maybe the only team that I cannot find for what they're going to do with their first pick in the draft. Like every other team is available. I can't find the Browns.
Yeah, because you know what? The GM admitted last week, right now, he didn't know who the pick was. That was last Tuesday, Wednesday. He admitted that they didn't really know what they wanted to do at that moment, that they were still going through a lot of stuff. They've got a lot of options. But there isn't a tackle worthy at 6, and unless you left Tate, there's really not a wide receiver worthy at 6. It's a tough spot for the Browns this year. Yeah, they stop me if you heard that again before. And by the way, we didn't even talk about the quarterback situation. Oh, my God.
What's the latest? What's the latest?
Oh, my God. I want everyone to realize this, okay, the Watson steam out there, all right? And I've heard people, okay, the guy had, this is 2 torn ACLs, a bad shoulder, a bad back, double Achilles tear. He's had bruised ribs. He's played 19 games in 5 years. If you're counting on that guy to win the job or even play well at the beginning of the year, come on. I mean, he hasn't played. If he comes out, it would be one of the greatest turnaround comebacks. So he'd win comeback player of the year for – I don't see it. Sanders won his last 2 games. He's been in the building a lot in the offseason. They're worried because it's a new offense, and Watson's been in the league a long time. Gabriel played for 3 different college programs. It might be a lot for Shedeur to learn, but I think the Watson will get the first crack. The guy wants a quarterback by the start of training camp, at least a depth chart. Now, it doesn't mean the guy's going to start game 1 in September.
Right.
But he did say he wants to have a depth chart, and we'll see how this thing plays out. I think everybody's in play. And who knows, they might draft some guy in the 5th round. I don't think they're in play for Tyson. I don't at all. If they did that, people's head would explode in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes, they would.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead, Paul.
You know J.C. Trotter. Do you think we're going to 18 games?
I think he has to, Paul. And what the league does is they give him some ridiculous, you don't have to work out for 2 weeks in the off season or something. Like, what the trade-offs are insane. But the money's too much, and everybody loves it. I know, Pauly, you're in favor of it, right? You're like,
yes.
Give me more. But,
yes.
Mitch, I'm with you. I don't know. How much do you need? What are they doing for Thanksgiving and Christmas this year? I can't wait to see that, right?
11 games on each day, I think.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Guys, come on. I love the NFL. I love it. By the way, You guys were the best. I was on vacation. I know we're up against it. I was on vacation. I was down getting some sun. And during the tournament, when you guys were on during the tournament, some of the best radio I've heard in a long time. Great job.
Well, you're too kind. And you're also a total degen like us. So you're kicking back. You've been betting on Ohio high school football since like the 50s.
Well, I'm actually scouting, Mitch.
Okay.
Scouting quarterbacks
that's
now.
That's it. My bad. I stand corrected. In like 30 seconds here, you're watching the Masters today. Would you take a flyer on anybody right now close to the leaderboard at the top?
No, I like Shoffley coming in. We did have Patrick Reed. That was the guy we were on.
Damn right.
We heard he was in good form.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised Rory played well. I give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, same.
After winning last year, he could have took this tournament off. He didn't.
Yep.
Good points, buddy.
All right, pal. You're the best. Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Tony Rizzo, ESPN Cleveland Progressive Guest Line.
All right. He's like you, but I can't get enough of it. And
all I'm saying is
18 and the Christmas
I
Thanksgiving Eve games.
Yeah, that's the game that's completely unnecessary, and I don't want, and I don't think anybody should want it. But the 18 games with 2 buys, as long as we have 2 buys, I'm in.
How are you excited? You're immediately tapped out of the season if Watson starts week 1.
Oh my God!
I mean, come on.
3 games tonight in Major League Baseball, loaded slate in the NHL. The biggest edge for a player prop, Opta AI, on the website, vsin.com, is a player most of you have never heard of.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
We'll get to an abbreviated MLB card coming up in a minute. I will update this because we do have games going on in our backyard. The Frozen Four is underway, first period, as my Wisconsin Badgers are taking on North Dakota and the Fighting Hawks. North Dakota, I saw, almost touched $2 as the favorite in this game. The Badgers are up 2-0 right now, first period. They're currently a $4.50 favorite. You can grab, look, this game's not on TV here in front of us, but North Dakota plus 1.5 is now plus 110. And they were almost a $2. They closed 180 here at Circa. There's plenty of time left in this game.
You know, the one thing I miss from all my days in Minnesota, other than, the women with the flannel T-shirts and the big bodies, is the hockey. And it was St. Cloud State, Minnesota, North Dakota. I mean, it was so fun. And that was a big deal, not to mention the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament, which was a huge deal, and the kids with the mullets every year.
Well, little known fact, people don't realize this. It is actually referred to as Hockey State.
It was a lot of fun.
That
I do miss.
That high school tournament, people are waiting for hours. Like the videos
crazy.
Come out every single year, sold out, and tough to get tickets.
Yeah, 20,000 people go.
No problem.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great. I know it lost some of its luster when they went to the tiers, and that's unfortunate. And I also, you're not talking college hockey out here either. It's different now that we got a NHL team years ago. But of all states to lose an NHL team, that was the other thing.
How long did it take you to get over that?
Oh, I was gutted. The Minnesota North Stars packed up and moved and went to Dallas. I'm like, this is bizarre. This is ridiculous.
How long after they actually played for a cup final?
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't that many years after that, was it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What year was that?
God, it was early 90s.
91, 92?
Sounds about right.
They made a trip to the Stanley Cup final.
Yes, they did.
Like a year later, they moved. I'm like, who runs an organization in a league like this?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone taking their shots at the NBA. That was asinine what happened. So go Badgers. And what do we got? And Chad Anderson town for Denver. As Denver's always had a good program.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up with the second game.
All I'm saying is I'm not watching the game, but it feels to me like maybe plus 1.5, plus 110 on the team that was almost a $2 favorite with 2 periods to go plus might not be a bad bet.
Yeah.
I will point this out. The Diamondbacks are sitting guys tonight, including Corbin Carroll.
Yeah.
There's no Gabby Moreno. Nolan McLean is on the bump tonight for the Mets. His K prop is 5.5. I bet that minus 130 here at Circa about 15 minutes ago. Rodriguez is going for Arizona. Great story so far. And here are his numbers. 1 earned run, 8 hits, 12 innings, Pauly. That came against the Dodgers and the Braves offenses. The D-backs lost both those games 3-2, 2-0. So tough luck loser in both of them. The team was anyway. He has yet to allow an extra base hit. He has faced the most batters in the entire sport without allowing an extra base hit so far this year. Here's the rub, and I don't know how much this means, but in 2 starts against the Mets, Rodriguez has allowed 13 runs, gave up 4 home runs in 9 1/3 innings. That's an ERA of 12.54. And opponents are hitting 139 against McLean on the year. In his first 5 career starts in Flushing, 2-0 with a 0.92 ERA. Temps in the low 40s again tonight.
Yep.
Let's have a lot of swings and misses by the Snakes. How about that?
Damn right. Sign up for that right now. What do we do do we want the Royals? 14 in a row at home against the White Sox. White Sox also bad on the road so far. Witt finally had an extra base hit. He's off to a slow start. But it's third start for Lugo, if you buy into that. And Lugo's been great so far. KC, $1.75 here at Circa. That's steep, but I should be able to get to Anthony K, right?
Well, okay, so I'm glad you brought his name up. Out of any single player today on vsin.com with the Opta AI stats and any prop, the best value prop per their numbers is Anthony K's K prop at 4+. I saw plus 142, plus 145 in that range, and they said plus 136 higher. They project him for 4.65 Ks in this game tonight. Anthony K going for Chicago, number 1 player prop on the board, Opta AI stats. Now, again, in those 14 wins that you talked about by the Royals consecutively here, 71-17 with the runs scored.
That's incredible.
Witt in this streak. Bobby Witt. You mentioned how he finally snapped out of that with the extra base hit.
And 475 against him.
Yeah, he has a 20-game hit streak in this time. 38 for 80, 11 extra base hits, 18 RBIs, 18 runs scored.
$1.30, 2+ total bases tonight. Ooh, that's a DK.
So I'll throw this at you with Seth Lugo. He has actually been credited for 9 different pitches so far at Baseball Savant this year. 9. And opponents are batting 3 for 20 against his breaking balls. 3-1, 1.31 ERA, 5 starts against the White Sox since he joined the Royals. And there's more. I mean, you said 14 straight for sure. That's the big one. They're also 23-4 going back last 27. You're up 17 plus you almost 18 units with a very strong ROI, 66% in that time. It's a kind of a big number tonight, but
yeah,
I don't know. Mike Palm came on yesterday and threw out that, is it time to like fade these aces in their third start? And he loves Framber Valdez. He qualified last night, and he was blown up immediately in that game.
Yeah. Tigers also stink, too. That's another thing.
That's a bad start for them.
But Valdez gave them nothing. At least they came back and made it a game. They could have quit after it was 6-0. They had the tying run on in the 9th and lost 8-6, but then again lost earlier today. This one's intriguing. What a story. The Colorado Rockies.
No doubt.
The Padres are $2 at home with Vasquez. Colorado looks to win 5 in a row for the first time since 2024. Last season, their 7th win was on May 11th. They started 7-33. And here they are, 500 on the season after sweeping the Astros and trying to go a game over 500 already. And I like the comments coming out of the clubhouse that it starts with the manager. And this is a unique quote, that he brings good energy every single day.
This is from Hunter Goodman, the catcher, who was good yesterday. This is a money quote, in my opinion, and that is, the vibes totally switched. It all starts with Warren Schaefer, their new skipper. If that's not a guy you want to play for, I don't know who is. The energy that he brings every day just rubs off on us. That's a pretty strong quote from him to say that. And as we were talking about yesterday, when they swept the Astros.
Yeah.
The Astros,
they've been hitting too.
They entered that series on fire, and they, other than the game 1, they didn't do anything at all offensively the way it seemed. So kudos to them. I mean, were they going to have back-to-back years that bad? That's tough to pull off. So they only had one way to go, and that's up. And so far, to that team's credit, that's and Schaefer's credit, by the way. Young guy, a lot of young managers in baseball, first-timers. Yeah. But it's working so far in Colorado.
That's an interesting quote, though, about that the manager brings the energy every day.
Right.
That's unique.
Is there any history here with a bobblehead night? Because it's Manny Machado's bobblehead night tonight.
You think he goes off?
And Tovar against Vasquez, 6 of 13, if you want to look at player props there. That's a very small, most of this is going to be small sample size, but that we're talking about, but there is that.
I was surprised what happened earlier. The Yankees got shut out and had 1 hit against Springs. I mean, and the other thing, too, about, Minnesota, this is Fugazi. Detroit's going through issues, but it might be real. 3rd worst record since mid-June. Miami looks like they're real, too. They have the 3rd best record going back to July, whatever it is, June.
I think Miami's solid this year.
Well, they're 8-5, should be 9-4 if they didn't take the ball from Sandy in the 9th.
I mean, he's going to go, stays healthy every 5 days. I mean, he is clearly back in his Cy Young form from a couple years ago. It's a great guy to have on the mound every 5 days, and it's not just him. Young guys and good bullpen. At least, Fairbanks is back from having the baby. And I like him overall as well as a closer. He opened that one game, by the way, which was a little bit bizarre. But anyway, only 3 games coming up tonight, like we talked about. And the McLean K-prop, I'm pondering a ladder with him as well to go up to like 7 or maybe even 8.
Yeah.
That kid's really, really good. Humans has a Cy Young ticket on him from before the season started.
Yes, that's right.
I didn't go that far, but.
Right now, vsin.com, completely free. No subscription needed. You can access MLB and NBA prop projections powered by OptAI, plus real-time betting splits from DK and Circa. Pro-level tools, 0 cost, only for a limited time. Start using them today. Head to vsin.com right now, vsin.com, and you'll love it, especially the prop analyzer as well from the NBA. So easy to use, incredible job, and everything listed with the OptAI and MLB and NBA. Get up there now, vsin.com.
I thought Scotty, the way that he started today, it was going to be like, uh-oh. And you made the comment as well. It could be the Rory and the Scotty Invitational. Rory tied right now Sam Burns, clubhouse leader at 5 under, day 1 of the Masters. Scotty was 3 under before he could blink.
Pat Reed's tournament.
Well,
we all know it.
Scheffler's 2 under right now through 13.
A likable guy, a good guy.
Yeah, I can see how you like Pat Reed. That makes sense to me.
I thought he was going to get off to a better start.
But
I thought right after that eagle early, I said maybe Pat can put up a big score here.
It did not go well for a bunch of other big names. We'll update the leaderboard and the live betting odds to win the Masters coming up next year on VSiN.